It's muffin time, and I want to die. I hate this so much. Like, I call bullshit. Yeah, here we are again. I am doing the behind the scenes tech stuff right now because I have lost the ability to care. It crashed again. That's what happened. In a similar spot. No, stream did not crash. My laptop crashed. And I'm not even bothering to hide me booting things up because I don't care anymore. This is not the first time! This was happening when I was playing Inscription. My entire laptop just went, like, the screen went dark and then turned back on. Like, completely restarted. My laptop's only a year and a half old. Not even. It wouldn't be a sing stream if you didn't break something. That includes my sanity. Oh, wait, never mind. I would be breaking someone else's because I stole it. I lost my sanity in 5th grade when I made a number line going from 24 to 84, going up by ones. Since then, I've been stealing other people's sanity and using it. That's my new catchphrase I've noticed. And I hate how much you've been needing to use it recently. I'm gonna message that I'm live now because I didn't do this. I lost mine when I go to school the first ever time. I mean, I like making the joke that I had it and then lost it. Oh shit, I just almost threw my phone. It's muffin time, and I want to die. I hate all these inconveniences. For legal reasons, that's a joke. It's a song. I don't have any sanity. I'm always unhinged. Oh, I'm also very unhinged. I've been unhinged since a young age. I hate this. Oh, you're getting stuck in my note? I'm sorry! I have been listening to the song on loop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am mentally unhinged and have been listening to that song as I've been sick. Fun fact, I was telling my therapist about this earlier, and she was just, like, so concerned. And I went, no, it's dark humor. Like, I'm actually doing okay, mental health-wise. Like, I'm actually doing okay. I just put on. I don't know any of these lyrics, so my mind is safe. Oh, God, you're making me feel old. Because it's the Asdif movies. It's one of their songs. It's muffin time, and I want to die. Therapist, you go to therapy? Oh, yeah, no, oh, God, do I need therapy. Anyway, yeah, no, so earlier I was, like, talking to my therapist about, like, the Muffin Time song or whatever. And at first she was so concerned. I'm like, sorry, it's a personal question? No, I'm very open about the fact I go to therapy. It's fine. Um, yeah, so I was like explaining to her, I was like, yeah, no, it's like from the ASDF movie. She's like, the what now? So she watched a couple clips and it's just like, what is this? I'm like, and this explains why my sense of humor is broken. I could never. I mean, it's the type of thing where it's like, I started therapy when I was younger. And, like, the reasons I'm in therapy now versus then are very different, if that makes sense. I originally went into therapy specifically for my anxiety, and since then I've learned I've got a lot more issues. And I'm working through a lot of them. Anyway, enough stalling. Let me get Hades open. Because I know this game won't crash on me. Wait, did I even... Okay, I did turn it on correctly. Let me turn the music on, too, because I turned the music off because I was listening to dumb videos and that song on loop. While doing it. I'm not even open to my mother about my sense of humor. Oh, I'm not very open with her about it because anytime I make a joke about the fact I'm going to hell, every single time she's like, don't say that. No, you're not. I'm like, my guy, it's okay. Like, trust me, it's chill. And most of my friends have a similar sense of humor.
Nice one. Hey, pal, watch where you throw those bloodstone things of yours. You drop them, you go pick them up, you understand? But if...
I'll just aim general.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a feel for where we are in this game versus the one I've been playing all day.
What are those shades muttering about?
So there isn't another world. Isn't another death, another underworld. Yeah, my mother's 64 years old. She doesn't understand anything about this generation. That's fair. My dad tries. Like, I'll give him credit. He...
What's on the old exchange?
My dad teaches in, middle school. He teaches, 6th grade band. And
Too pricey for
he
me.
genuinely tries to get into whatever his students are interested in. Which I think is sweet. Because he's like... There are those teachers who want to pretend to be, like, the cool, hip teacher. Who, like, pretends to be whatever the students are into. To be, like, cool and hip. And he's like, I don't want to be like that. I want to genuinely understand what they're into so I can hold a conversation with them. And because of that, my dad is a Swiftie. Nothing against Swifties. I will definitely say that. I just... Yeah. It's my
Maybe
dad.
I'll ever be.
At least he tries, unlike certain people. Yeah. I mean, entire way I got him into Percy Jackson, Warrior Cats when I was very much into that. I meant to let the dialogue play out. Whoops. And let's see what else. He's into AJR right now, which I don't know if that's part of him just liking it or he got into it for his students. Is it normal? I just put on beep beep, I'm a sheep for 10 hours. Oh god, I remember in 6th grade, everyone running around going, beep, beep, I'm a sheep. I said, beep, beep, I'm a sheep. God, that was like the thing to reference when I was in 6th grade. Just randomly go up to someone and go, beep, beep, and like the entire class would just start singing, I'm a sheep, beep, beep, I'm a sheep. My cousin, when like my entire grade was going through that phase, his was too. And he...
Let's fight.
He legit learned how to do the dance that it teaches you how to do in the song.
Come try me.
Like, it became a bit with us. Like, we would just be vibing to the song, and I'd be singing it, and he would start doing the dance. It'd be like, step 1, put your hands up to the sky. Step 2, put them on the ground and get down on all fours. Step 3, rock back and forth and beep beep like a sheep. Don't remind me of that song. It's an embarrassing part of my past. It's the ASDF movie. Like, as I said, that's what I grew up on. As I said, I've been listening to Muffin Time for the last, I don't know how long, because I've been sick.
You're nothing.
Like, it's the type of thing where it's like, you say it's embarrassing now, but give it like 10 years and see if it's still embarrassing then. Put that on now. I can't get the sheep out of my head. My favorite song from the NSFW movies was Mine Turtles. I think I mentioned this earlier. But Mine Turtles! Mine Turtles! Ah! No, but for my dad, I would... Oh, I got this from my brother. Hold up. I'll bring what my brother just said. It'll just texted me in a moment. But no, with my dad, I would always bring up the I Like Trains song, because he's got model trains in the basement.
Everyone makes offerings to my relatives upon Olympus. I wish to make an offering to you. Thank you for everything.
How true of you to make attempts to tempt me with material things. You then, please in turn allow me this attempt at reciprocity.
Master Chaos, thank you.
I just don't want to talk over dialogue.
For your favor, are they not? So often they forget themselves. They force their blessings onto you, whilst I merely offer you a choice.
Do the flip, do the flip. That's the song I knew the least when I was younger. Was Everybody Do the Flop? Are these songs getting in my head again? So my brother texted me most relatable musical song titles. I only know some of these off the top, what they are off the top of my head. Why God Why? Don't know that one. I'm Breaking Down. I don't know off the top of my head. What Did I Miss is from Hamilton. Oh my god, you guys. I'm not trying to know that one. I can do better than that. I don't know if I know that one. Don't Come A-Knocking. Is that the name of the song? Don't come knocking on my door. Don't come knocking on my door. But that's not the actual song title from Newsies. I don't know then. I left Out of the Closet. I don't know that one. You Can't Trust a Man. I don't know that. Who Am I? I'm 2, 4, 6, 1. Sam knows that. My brother knows that I'm saying this because I'm now singing the song. Totally fucked. I don't know. Bad Idea. Don't know. Bad Idea reprise. I don't know. I know. My theater kid is showing. And so shall there. You see, it's true. That means there's no man pure as you. Who am I? I'm 2, 4, 6, 1. Yes, I'm a theater kid, in case you couldn't guess by a variety of other things I've done. Oh god, I'm dying. Oh god, I'm dying. So this is basically the game I've been playing all day. I've gotten a lot better. I made it past the Hydra.
Sounds like Charon's breathing up ahead.
Twice. On my own personal save file. Once today.
Mate.
Actually, no, technically twice today. One at like 5 a.m. today, and then once like later.
I had to ask.
I know last time I was reading these, I don't feel like reading them today. I'm just going through to make sure if I need to like click on anything. Okay. Let's keep going.
Come on, Doomsday.
I'm gonna like die here. Oh, because I made that dumb choice with chaos. God damn it.
Not so fast.
I know I'm being quiet. I'm sorry. I'm focusing. I know last time we had a death counter. I'm not doing it again. No, I didn't have a death counter for Hades. I had it for
Damn giant evil crystal.
Whoa. Oh, looks like you ran smack into the Doomstone out in Tartarus. Thing gives me the creeps.
I hate the Doomstone.
Next time, try standing perfectly still. That way it'll all be over that much faster.
Oh, fuck you too, Hypnos.
Makes sense.
Hey, Achilles.
Your enemy is not the wretched dead, and not your father, lad. It is the underworld itself. It has been fashioned to prevent escape. You must have seen by now how all the chambers seem to rearrange themselves.
The underworld itself, my enemy. I'll do my best anticipating its surprises, sir.
I love the art for the characters so much. Cerberus!
The many-headed Cerberus is busy thinking
Cerberus,
of his
sorry.
next savory meal.
See you. Circumstances
Pet the
call
good
for
boy.
more pets.
Look at that happy good boy.
Call my chambers a mess? Look at your desk, father. Whatever happened to your court musician, huh? Where's his sentencing parchment work? Stuck in Tartarus all because he stopped singing for you on command?
My desk is far more organized than you, boy. And if you're so concerned about our court musician, why don't you commute his sentence yourself? Seeing as I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Sure, happy to oblige. I'll just ask the house contractor since you're too busy. Contractor, mind locating the court musician's sentence when you get the chance? Nix, do you know anything about a softly spoken gentle being under the guise of chaos? They approached me recently and offered me a boon of sorts.
Primordial chaos. Indeed, I know them
Oh
well.
my god, my back is starting to hurt.
They must have taken interest in your quest. I would advise that you beware their offerings, though know that chaos, whilst a trickster, is not a deceiver.
I understand, I think.
Hey, Dusa.
Dusa, turns out that I may be stopping back from time to time like this, but please don't bother picking up my room. I won't be staying long.
Sure, but I'll just keep an eye on things in there from time to time, in case you change your mind. So, goodbye.
Aw, she's so cute.
Goodbye.
This really backs in hospital already. Cause of death, laughter! Oh god.
What's new?
God, that would be
I
a
lack the
really
necessary
good trade.
keys.
I just don't have it. See, I would think my laptop's overheating. Like, it's starting to feel kind of warm. Except, like, my fan is going. You know, my fans are going on at, like, full blast. I don't know why my laptop's getting kind of hot.
The fated list of minor prophecies. I'm wide awake.
I'm basically out of water. No.
Hey Skelly, you look like you know your way around Tartarus. Found some of this ancient Titan blood out there, and I was looking to score some more.
Ah, you come to the right place regarding that there, pal. It's your mean weapons back there that can find this stuff. Once you get all the way through Tartarus with one, that's all the blood you're gonna get. For the time being, anyhow.
How am I supposed to keep track of which weapons I've earned these with, then?
I don't know, there's always the invention of writing stuff down. You'll figure something out.
Okay, so I can only get Titan's blood with one weapon? Oh, I call bullshit. I don't like that.
Excellent.
That's actually really good, the cosmic egg. Sorry, I'm just thinking. However, I'm gonna stick with the collar right now because I need more health. And I'm sticking with the bow for now because I'm good with
You
it.
shot me.
I also got an achievement
No
earlier
turning
for
back.
killing Skelly 10 times.
That'll do.
Ooh, I like that a lot. Let's keep going. Also, sorry if I'm like low energy now. I'm just I lost a lot of energy in being frustrated with what happened earlier with the last 2 streams for today.
You want to die again? Another key. Where now?
I love the dynasty. I'm gonna do it. I have enough health right now. Though max health would like,
Here I am.
getting higher max health would never hurt. I also currently have my phone blocking a portion of my screen so I can read it easier.
Or Dionysus.
Please give me something that's like hangover.
What's going through your head? I mean, I know you hear me and the others, but it's so damn dark down there, I can't hear you at all.
I love their models. They all look so cool. They look so good. Typically I would do this one, but because of the attack thing I have right now.
Let me have it.
It's yours to shape as you see fit, regardless of the fate's design. Together we may twist that path a bit, if you would like.
That's good. That, while it might be rare, I don't use Dash Strike. Yeah, this is gonna be the best way for me. That was really easy, geez.
For safekeeping.
I'm just getting pinned in the corner.
I'll pay for that.
That's Karen's shop, but like I don't have the money for it. However, I can go another round without getting attacked, but at the same time, Nectar's helpful. Wow, I'm doing a lot better now.
Someone will like this.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream for today because I feel very defeated.
Let's call it even.
That, oh my god, I normally struggle at that.
The one called Nyx. She is your mother, as I understand? We Olympians rarely consort with the chthonic gods. Though Nyx herself reached out to me about your plight, and I was spurred to act.
See, I want to pick this so badly, but I need the faded justice. I hate these little bomber guys. And the numbskulls. I mean, the name's fitting.
My boon from Master Chaos has evolved.
I do.
That's a relief.
I might turn off the VTuber model because I kind of want to lay down. Oh, actually, no, I don't need to turn off my VTuber model to lay down. It's just might get janky. I'm very tired. I'm also keeping an eye on the time because I need to make sure I go to bed and wake up at good times to go to work tomorrow because I don't want to keep my sleep schedule messed up from being sick. So I'm probably going to stream for maybe, this might be my last attempt. Because I need to make sure I go to sleep and it's almost 10 p.m. Typically, I like to have this attack inflict a hangover, but with how much I've been using that, like the single attack, I've been using a lot more than I typically do, which is why I upgraded that one. I'm not really talking, as I said. I kind of lost all my energy after having all of those things go on.
Pierced 3 titans in one shot back in the war amongst our kind. Please do take care of it.
Ooh, that's
the will to fight.
Karen's shop, which I think means this is the last room before Meg. Yep.
Charon's shop. Hey, Charon. If there happens to be something really horrible awaiting me beyond that door, then give me a sign, won't you? Great.
Some magnets back there. I only have enough money for the darkness, but it's okay. If I die, I'm gonna be upset I didn't buy it. If I do die, I'm gonna be upset I didn't buy it. If I don't die, I'll be happy.
Lord Hades ought to lock you up rather than let you run amok in his domain like this.
I'm sure he'd welcome all this feedback from you, Meg. Or maybe you're just pining for my father's job.
I have no envy for your father's position. Besides, I happen to enjoy my own responsibilities.
Damn it.
Oh, that hurt.
Cute.
That was my dumb choice for staying there.
Let's end this.
Woo! If you can't tell, I've gotten kind of good at killing her.
Barely got through.
Oh god, I did barely get through.
Right.
Where do you think you're going?
Out of here.
Off to Asphodel.
And that's total worth 80, depending on what it is. Moving if I want to get this. I don't think I'm gonna make it that far.
Let's go up. Asphodel.
Okay. Let's keep going.
You can't stop me.
I see that you messaged. Give me a second to not die. And then I'll read your message. Just been quiet for 20 minutes and break the silence. That's fair. I mean, I'm better at commentating when I've got people to bounce off of. I don't like you. See, Hangover is a lot better on the white attack when there's a lot of enemies. Well, I'm terrible at keeping a conversation. That's fair. I mean, as I said, this is going to be my last time through because I am tired and it's almost 10 p.m. So once I die in this, which is probably going to be soon, I'm planning on ending stream.
Can't give up yet.
It is like 10 p.m. Yeah, it's almost 10 p.m. Actually, no, it is after 10 p.m. I got work tomorrow. I'm tired. And everything with my body, what little internal clock I had, has become very messed up from being sick. Between messed up like my sleep cycle from being no, for messed up my sleep cycle from being sick and like my eating cycle and how much I eat, and I've been drinking so much water. Yeah, everything has been messed up.
So did everybody miss me?
Now my little buns are working. Okay. I'm gonna call it there because I'm tired. It's like 10 p.m. Work on a Sunday. I work at a grocery store. I was supposed to work today, except I called out because as I said, I was feeling really sick by the end of last night. So it would not have been good for me to go into work today. I'm going to be going into work tomorrow, but I'm going to be wearing a mask. Denny's? I said I work at a grocery store. Denny's is not a grocery store. Yeah. So, I might go to bed. I might just watch YouTube. Last time I know I said I was gonna read, I did not read. I ended up watching NCIS like all night long. I love NCIS. 7-Eleven, that's not a grocery store. That's a gas store or convenience store, whatever you want to call it. And fun fact, there's like none of those in my area. My dad grew up with them like everywhere, and then he started dating my mom and came to visit because my mom grew up in like a similar, not the exact area I live in, but like a close area. And my dad was just like, no 7-Elevens? My mom's like, yeah, we don't got any of those. Not around here. Starbucks Vado. Yeah, that's technically like a cafe. I almost worked at a Dunkin', but at the time that I was like applying to jobs, I had a lot of really bad like motor tics. And one of the worst ones I had was sometimes I would throw things. And I was like, I don't want to accidentally throw hot coffees at people. Because I would. Because I can't control those. Though my tics have gotten a lot better most of the time. But yeah. I'm actually going to chat for a little bit before I just end stream. Wow. Yeah, as I said, I have a lot of problems. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, I'm like yawning. There's a cat outside my door. She's been crying the entire stream. Imagine throwing hot coffee at people. I mean, here's the thing. When I say, like, I throw things, I don't, like, pick up and chuck when it's, like, a tick. I have it as in, like, it's in my hand. My arm spasms and my hand lets go. So it just flies in a direction. I'd gladly do that for revenge. I mean, it wasn't revenge. It was more of just it's, like, an uncontrolled muscle spasm that I sometimes had. A lot. A couple years ago. But I would have them with other things. Like, I would have a tick where I would, like, take my pointer finger and, like, tap my chin a lot. Like, the side of my chin. I had one where I was winking. Oh, is it permanent? Like, tics? I mean, yes and no. I mean, kind of. I got diagnosed with it due to, like, my anxiety, though I think it might be something else, which I'm working on getting diagnosed. But yeah, it's kind of like it's an uncontrolled muscle spasm thing, and there's lots of different ones. I do have some vocal tics as well, so sometimes if you hear me randomly go, it is, like, that one was me doing it on purpose, but I sometimes have that as a tick, where I just do that and I can't control it. I mean, technically speaking, I can suppress it, but it can often be very painful to do so, and if I suppress them on purpose for a period of time and then I stop suppressing them, I basically have a tick attack where I, like, spasm out for, like, a couple minutes. But, like, sometimes my friends, we would, like, joke about my tics, because, like, I had one where I'd wink at people. Like, I would have a tick where I winked at people, and that got me in trouble once, and twice, and I don't mean in trouble like, how dare you wink at me? I mean, like, I was at an outdoor mall with my dad, and I had, like, went to, like, Shake Shack to get a milkshake, because I needed some sugar, because it was, like, a hot day, and, like, I'd been sweating a lot, and I was like, I want a milkshake. So I went into, whatever store he was in, and I walked in, and I was chatting with my dad, and we were, like, chatting with the cashier or whatever, and she was really nice, and I accidentally had the tick, and I winked at her. And she was like, oh, I'd wink back, except I don't have the facial dexterity to do so. And I went, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I have motor tics. I didn't do that on purpose. And her face dropped, and I felt so bad. I felt so bad. And then, when I was in high school, winking can imply many things. I know. And when I was in my senior year of high school, I had the winking tick. Like, I was walking down the hallway, and I had it, and this kid, he was a freshman, because I know him, because I knew who it was, like, I learned who it was after the fact. He was a freshman, who thought I winked at him, when it was, once again, just a tick, and he came up to me and was all like, hey there, cutie. I'm like, back off. Don't wink at the new kid. It was not on purpose. It was a tick. I was like, back off. He's like, you winked at me like, it's a motor trick. I can't control this. He goes, uh-huh, sure. I'm like, my guy, I'm trying to get to class. Uh-huh, sure. I was like, I have a boyfriend, because at the time I did. He was like, uh-huh, sure. And at that point, I purposely lost him in the crowd and booked it to class because I was running late because of him. Because they were assholes. Yeah, persistent. But at the same time, like, if someone tells you no, it means no. This is clean. Where am I putting it? Just put it there. I love it when my mom comes in the middle of stream despite me having a sign up saying I'm live so she doesn't come in. Anyway, yeah, no, they've gotten me in trouble. No can sometimes mean yes. Do not take it that way. Because that's what a bunch of 60-year-old men would say to me at work when I tell them to back off when they start flirting with me. No means no. Or like when I yell at Skittles to stop eating cardboard. That means no. Sorry, I'm saying that and I'm staring directly at her. Because you were not supposed to be in here and then my mom let you in. Okay. Unless it's opposite day. I never liked opposite day. My brother used it as an excuse to do things that he wasn't supposed to do. Like, yeah. Like, looking back now, like, opposite day is, like, not necessarily a good thing. Because Skittles, stop it. Because it kind of can teach kids the wrong thing. Backwards day, on the other hand, is fun. I'm trying to keep it positive, sorry. It's okay. It's more of just I've dealt with a lot of harassment in the past. I get creepy old guys trying to flirt with me at work. I'm not the only one. And yeah, no. But, like, at the same time, like, my tics can be funny, because, like, I was joking around with the winking tick with my friends, and, like, my friend knew I had, like, the tics and knew that was one of them. And, like, we were on, like, FaceTime or whatever, and I winked, and they're like, oh, you winked! I'm like, it was a tick. They're like, I know, but I wanted to have this. I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, sometimes they can be very conveniently timed. Like, I used to work at a haunted house, and another, like, a really annoying tick I would have is my head would, like, aggressively spasm, like, shaking, like, side to side, like, to say no, but, like, aggressively fast. And, God damn it, Skittles. And for a long period of time, sometimes, it was bad enough, I had to get tested for seizures. And, yeah, no, like, I have a heated pad specifically shaped for a neck because it got so bad that my neck would be in pain. But I was working at a haunted house, and, I was just creepily following this person, and they were like, oh my god, they're following us. What do we do? What do we do? They're, like, panicking. They're like, are you gonna hurt us? And then I had that tick at the, like, perfect timing. And I had just spasmed. They're like, no? Okay, good. Are you gonna be our friend then? It was funny. I also had a tick sometimes where I'd, like, snap. Like, I'd snap and, like, lift my hand up. And, I was following a different group, and I kept having, like, the snapping tick and the winking tick, and they're like, oh my god, they're following us? We're gonna yassify this bitch. Slay queen! And I had the tick snap, and they're like, yeah, slay queen! Yassify the ghoul! And I'm trying so hard to not laugh. And, like, break character, because I was a scare actor. Like, I'm not supposed to laugh. Nah, I have so many funny stories from working in the haunted house. It was great. There was that. I Fun fact. You know how people talk about, like, the fight or flight or fight, flight, or freeze? I learned that when you're working in a haunted house, there's a fourth one, and that's called flirt. I can't tell you how many times people looked at me and went, I love you! Or, you're pretty! As, like, a fear response. Like, I worked there as a minor. Like, I was a minor when I worked there. Yeah. I worked next to fight, flight, or flirt. Most people talk about fight, flight, or freeze. Working at the haunted house, it was fight, flight, freeze, or flirt. Yeah. There were a lot of people who just, as a fear response, would just start trying to flirt. Yeah, no, there were some people that when you scared them, they would just scream, I love you, or they would just scream that you're pretty. Though there was this young person, still can't identify flirting. I mean, there was this person who I think she was probably like 23, 24, like young 20s, drunk, so very drunk. And this was back when I had long hair, like waist length. I purposely like matted it and made it look crazy. And I had this bloody, gory makeup on my face. And I'm in this jail cell, and I'm screaming about how I want somebody to let me out. I don't know how long I've been in here for. Like, I was sounding sad and pathetic and just overall kind of eerie. And she just looked at me and went, you're so pretty. Just so genuinely. Like, if it was, like, almost anything else, I would have just been like, okay, yeah, sure. But, like, it was the very, very drunk girl saying that I was pretty. Like, yeah, no, I must have been one of those times. I mean, it was just really funny. I mean, my first day on the job, so next to my jail cell, because my first season working there, I was in the jail cell, but right on the other side of it was like this giant rocking box that it was like motion triggered. So when you walked by it, it would start rocking and hissing. And there was this dad who was coming through with his small child, his daughter, and he was holding his daughter so close to him, like not letting her see anything. She finally broke free. She ripped his arm off of her. She looked at me and went, I love your hair. This like little 8-year-old was just like, I love your hair. And then they set off the motion trigger box, and the dad shrieked in fear. Like, those were funny. When it was like, the parent obviously did not want to be there, but was there because of his kid. Like, that's sweet. I hated the parents who shoved their crying kid through and told them to suck it up. Those ones I wouldn't scare. I would just sit there and wave creepily. The dad was terrified. The little girl was just like, I love your hair. She was like 8, maybe 10. Like, the dad was terrified. The girl was so chill. God, what other fun story? I will keep talking for the next like 10ish minutes until we hit like an hour for this, but I'll keep telling stories from working at the haunted house. Low-key, that might be me in the future. I mean, they offered to pay me to walk through at one point. Basically, for like the dress rehearsal, you could like walk through sections that you weren't part of, and they could practice scaring you for like the dress rehearsal. And I turned that down because I hate walking through haunted houses. I know that sounds crazy seeing how many horror games I play on stream. Yeah, no, I love horror games, but like horror books I can't really do because psychological horror gives me some problems. Partially because I've got other shit going on. And then horror movies I've never really been into, but I've been getting into it. Speaking of which, I need to DM my friend to remind him that I'm still down to watch Saw at some point whenever he decides to. And then, yeah, no, haunted houses I've always hated. I love working there, but I hate going through them. Saw, yeah, like the Saw movies with Jigsaw. I've never seen them. And I promised my friend I'd watch them with him, especially because I reference it. I reference Saw, and I've never seen it. We were doing a D&D multi-shot where there was a character who kept, like, popping up on, like, a TV screen and giving us instructions. And every single time, like, we were sitting in, so for context, there were, like, study rooms in the basement of my dorm that I was in. So my friends and I would be chilling in those and playing D&D, and, like, sometimes I would just be pacing and walk around. Sometimes I'd literally be just, like, laying on the floor or sitting on a table. Like, I don't sit on chairs regularly. So, like, I would just be, like, pacing the room and, like, thinking and talking things out loud. But he'd be like, yeah, the screen turns on and you see the hooded figure. I'm like, hi, Jigsaw! And the rest of the party was like, Jigsaw, who's that? Because they're, like, staying in character in our, like, D&D universe. And I'm just like, hey, Jigsaw! Yeah, no, I can't do horror movies. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, when I was younger, I was very prone to nightmares. It was bad. So I stayed away from horror for the longest time. Yeah. You know, I hate walking through haunted houses. Working in them is a whole other story, because you see from the other angle. Like, keep in mind, most of the people who worked there, like, they work, like, this is their second job. It's seasonal. Most of my coworkers at that haunted house, like, think of them, they're scare actors. Oh, they're scary people. Guess what their, like, main 9-to-5 job was? Most of them. Like, we're scare actors. We're wearing gory makeup and gory costumes and screaming at each other and screaming at customers. Like, take a guess what their, like, 9-to-5 job was. Like, one of my favorite moments was the coworker that I was positioned with my second season. Her whole character was, like, the grandma, and we were near the taxidermy guy, and part of the storyline was that the taxidermy guy had killed her husband, and basically, I mean, you can kind of guess what happened from there, but my coworker was like, my character's dumb, so I'm gonna play off that. So she's, like, hunched over with her cane, and she's like, hey, taxidermist, give me back my husband! And he was like, he ain't coming back, you damn filthy hag! And I kind of just became her rabid grandchild. And I was having one night a tic so bad that I kept beating myself in the head repeatedly with a fist. It was really bad. So they just took, like, a giant thing of, like, a giant wad of cotton and, like, wrapped my entire hand up with it. So when I did hit myself, it would be a lot softer and I wouldn't actually hurt myself. But it looked like my hand had been cut off. So at one point I yelled at him, can I have my hand back? And I watched him, like, break for half a second and just go, no! And then turn around and walk away. That was funny. He didn't expect me to ask. But yeah, no, both the people in that scene I was just talking about, they're both teachers. Half of the people who worked at that haunted house were teachers. Like, my other job at the time was babysitting. Like, almost everyone who worked at the haunted house, like, it was made up of, like, the sweetest people. Like, yeah. They seem cool. It was a lot of fun. I love a lot of my coworkers. Granted, I don't message a lot of them these days because, like, it's been a while. I haven't worked there in a couple of years. But, like, once in a while I'll, like, shoot them a message like, hey, how have you been? You know, it was a lot of fun working there. And I love the people I was working there with. At least you were surrounded by fun people. Yeah. I mean, granted, there were a couple assholes and there were a couple problems. But honestly, most of the people were really chill and a lot of fun. I could literally talk for hours about stories from working there. From the person I almost got kicked out to the person I did get kicked out. Because, fun fact about going into haunted houses. Unless you, like, sign a waiver saying that they're allowed to, which I don't think most places do, because that can lead to a lot of legal problems. A lot of legal things. Like 99% of haunted houses, the people working there are not allowed to touch you. And in the same vein, you're not supposed to touch them. So I was in the jail cell. It was my first season working there, and this one lady was so drunk she like could barely walk, and she tripped over her own 2 feet, and she grabbed my arm so she wouldn't fall. She ended up getting kicked out because first of all, don't touch the scare actors, and second of all, if you're so drunk you cannot walk, and you're here for the 2-hour haunted house experience that is all walking, and you're going through like 7 haunted houses, the walking trail that I was part of, and the hay maze, like, and you can't walk, and you're only at the first chunk, like, you probably shouldn't be there. Yeah, Friday nights were like the night of the drunks. There were so many drunk people, which, funny for scaring, but at the same time could be a lot more dangerous. I've like talked with friends, and they've been like, yeah, no, I'd probably only go to like a haunted house if I was high, and I'm like, for the safety of the scare actors, please don't go too crazy, because it is very easy to get injured. There was a lady who, I don't know if she was drunk, I don't know if she was high, I don't know if she was sober. She seemed a lot more sober than the other people I tell stories about. She kicked my friend. And I don't mean like, oh, kick him in the shins. Like, no. My friend, his whole bit was like crawling on the ground, like in this weird, creepy way. And yeah, no, she just walked up to him, stared down at him, and just full on kicked him in the shoulder. She did not get kicked out somehow. Yeah. Friday night drunken story I had to, yeah. Don't kick him. Yeah, no, my friend got kicked really hard in the shoulder. People are assholes sometimes. There was another point where, my second season, because I only worked there 2 seasons, this is when I was, like, the rabid grandchild. My bit was I would sit on the ground, and I'd sing a really creepy song, and then, sometimes I'd yell at people, what are you looking at? Because I'm, like, sitting on the ground. And like, halfway through my song, I'd go into doing a bridge. And I'd finish my song in the bridge, and then I'd, like, drop and flip over and, like, yell at people. And there was this one person, I said, watch your step! And they're like, oh my god, I see it! And they pointed to literally nothing on the ground. Ran in place, jumped in place, and then kept walking. I'm like, oh god, that person's high. There also, like, my second season, people were, like, smoking on the premises, which was not allowed. And they were literally bringing Febreze to cover it up. Like, as if suddenly smelling Febreze when you're walking outside isn't sus. Like, people are wild, man. Anyway. I've shared lots of funny stories from working at my haunted house. The only person who thinks someone smoking should be illegal. I mean, I'm not against people smoking. It's more of just a, first of all, do it in moderation, and second of all, consider where you're going and where you're doing it. Because if you're doing it at a place that doesn't allow it, that's one thing. If you're doing it in your own house, that's another. If I'm making sense. Anyway. It's almost 10:30. I'm eepy. Anyway. Have a good rest of your day. Night. Whatever time it is, wherever the fuck you are, all of you guys, gals, and gender non-conform bowels. And I'll see you next time. There may or may not be a stream tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling after work. Anyway. Goodbye!